Hello everyone, my name is Adreden. Yeah, well, this is a update video on sort of what I've been up to. Woo! So, I'm up in space, and I flew very, very far, sort of semi going to Jago, and yeah, because I'm kind of bored and disillusioned with living in the safe zone. Yeah. Anyway, that's roughly how it is. And I figured I'm going to start experimenting with the Space Core. This isn't going to be like a long video about the Space Core or anything, because to be honest, there was like a 3 or 4 minute tutorial on the Dual Universe site. I'll just put a link in there for you. And, you know, it says what it needs to say. It seems like it's pretty darn good. About the only thing otherwise I would say that I've seen today that was cool, yeah, whatever, today, was the use of transmitters and receivers sending messages. So I'm going to use those at some point for linking cores. That's right, you heard it here first. Not really. Anyhow, the basics of this is like, yeah, it's a small core. It's got this much build space, and in this space it has gravity relative to the position of this guy, and it is down from the top. That's it. And apparently if you were to add another core beside it, that core would, depending on its, like, you know, rotation, like let's say the arrow is on this side, then gravity would go that way, you know? You just gotta kind of figure it out. And they made a cool sort of ring that you could walk all the way around with a whole bunch of different cores. So yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff that maybe one day we'll get to play around with. Yeah, so I'm just, yeah, way out in the PvP zone, kind of scared, but also kind of thrilled because, you know, I think that's Alioth right there, to be honest. I think these are some of the other planets. Let's find out. I could be wrong. Yeah, so this is basically what I'm up to. You know, one of these days I should probably talk about my new ship. I should probably talk about a lot of things. I've been doing a lot and not recording a lot, and yeah. Yeah, see, it's a bit broken. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm totally wrong. Okay, but I think you can see the color of some of these things, and I think they're all, yeah, certain colors, so fairly, like, it's right above me. It's not in my area. Anyhow, that one's up there. I'll probably tear this thing down because I don't really see the point of keeping it out in the middle of space, just like way the F out here. Yeah, I'm only vaguely prepared to go to Jago, but I think we'll finish the video there. Maybe I'll try to record the entry. Probably I'm going to have to do it during the day, so I'm guessing I'm not going to have a lot of real-time voice because it's noisy here during the day where I live, and you wouldn't appreciate that. But if I do a bit of a voiceover of the landing or blowing up because I got PvP'd, I don't really know what's going to happen. And my thought process is getting there because it's going to be nuts, I think. Anyway, yeah, I'm a bit disillusioned from the game at the moment. If you want to chat about it in the comments, feel free to hit me up. The amount of time it takes to make things and the mining things is just like, I'm a bit, it's a bit much. And so I want to go to the planet that interests me the most because I just want to go there and see it. You know, it's a water planet. It seems awesome to me. I did not write a script for making the ability to sort of go down to the planet, because I've been scripting other things and I'm kind of scripted out. I have other projects to work on. But yeah, it's interesting because, like, yeah, in here also, like, if I'm not inside this particular like thing here, like, I think my gravity here won't work because I'm above the plane of the build area. I just wanted a couple of little things, I guess. So okay, yeah, well, but then everything is relative to this here. So yeah, now that we're on this thing, that is basically it. Yeah, this has got its gravity now essentially working. Yeah, some of these are red, but it's okay. But yeah, and then because I'm down here again, I guess I realigned to this thing's gravity. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And this is just an XL core. It is very tiny and very cheap, and so not a problem. I think it's fine. Let's try to disassemble it and see what happens. I hope I don't have to like get a moderator to bring me back. You know, I think what we can do is probably just stand on the core itself. B. I guess we actually want it on. B. And then I guess we'll just go to. The only thing I'm worried about is if I fly off into space or something, right? If we just select there, select that corner, select that guy. That should delete all the honeycomb. Hopefully not this honeycomb. I don't think it should. Alright, so that's just empty space now. And yeah. And it was basically the entire same process for deploying it. I basically was standing on this guy and just pointed out into space and found kind of an angle where I wanted it and boom, put it down. That was basically it. It's nothing too strange or whatever, and now I'm just gonna hit BB. There we go. I'm still safe in this mode. Fantastic. Whew. I was like, where'd that core go? Yeah, so everything is relative to this guy. And then I'll just go 5, Alt, and just suck that little sucker back into my inventory. There. Yeah. So basically, I am ready to go with some minor inventory things. I've got enough fuel to make my current acceleration to the planet and then maybe leave or something. Or if I don't get stopped or logged out or whatever, then I should be able to get there, right? Like if I get logged out and my ship is frozen in space, then I'll have to reaccelerate, and I hope that I don't have to do that at the wrong location, because yeah, that'd be not so good. I don't really know where I want to go on Jago. I mean, I kind of like this one because it's so close to all this water, but I also like these just enormous oceans of just huge vastness. Now, one of the things I did learn though from living on Sanctuary is that even 27 kilometers kind of sucks to just auto navigate by. It's a lot, and so like living out here might be awesome, but it could also suck real bad if I need to get to the market. So yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do there, because, you know, it's I mean, I don't know exactly the size of Jago, but I mean, like, I'm kind of the equivalent of maybe this far away on Sanctuary, and it's a pain in the butt. I don't like it. Mind you, there's maybe no trees, and that could be a million times better. Or there could be giant holes from people mining, and that's a million times worse, because falling down into a giant crater sucks. Not crater, but, you know, drill shaft or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, not pleasant. Also, I don't know if the poles, if they are in vast darkness or lightness, kind of like on Thades, which I should go back to and show you guys around my Thades base, but, you know, I can't just go there. Al got a warp drive, and I think the plan is to get us warp drives, but it's going to be a couple days. Anyways, I'm going to try to make a few more videos before I play this less, and wait for updates to come. Yeah, I don't know. Living on one of these ones could be okay. Not necessarily this one, but somewhere close-ish, but deeper in the water. I don't know. I'm gonna bring my scanner around and I'm gonna scan until I find something that's nice to mine. I think that'll be okay. Anyways, guys, I am now going to cut back to flying to Jago, and yeah, that should be something. I don't know what, but it should be something. I'll be back. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, so here I am just trying to do a course correction that just doesn't really work. I generally try to do one this early so that I don't have to do a really hard burn later on, right? It's like deflecting an asteroid. The earlier you do it, the less fuel it takes to do. So, but you can see it actually is not doing anything. My ship feels really sluggish at this point, and it just isn't responding at all. And I think it's because it's so far away from anything else that it kind of got bumped way down on any sort of processing, you know, like any reason to process this ship. So anyhow, yeah, it was kind of annoying to have to deal with this, especially because I knew that it was going to burn a lot of my fuel. Like I had 100% fuel when I started. I burnt half of it already trying to make this correction. Didn't work. And I was freaking out because, you know, it's PvP zone coming up. Anyway, this is all space. It's all open to be shot at. So it's a little bit. It was worrying. Yeah, anyhow. Next. Alright, guys. So one thing, a couple things I'm kind of not in a great mood about is that it takes about 98% of my fuel to get, or maybe it's 90% of my fuel to get up to 29999 speed. But then, like, right now, I spent, what is that, like 60% trying to go this direction all the way out from 200 SU way back there to make a minor course correction so that I could be closer to the planet when I get here. Nothing's been working. It's really aggravating. I don't know, I'm in a PvP zone, so it's dangerous. I was hoping to be within 5 SU of this thing, but I don't think I'm going to get there. My thrusters don't seem to be driving me this direction at all. So I think I'm going to have to turn the game off when the planet gets right in front of me, do a straight burn towards it. And hope that in a couple of feet, in that tiny distance, no one ganks me. It's really aggravating. So yeah, I think pretty much this is that time, and then we'll try to land. So I'm going to log out any moment now and do the whole thing, because I just don't see any other solution for it. I'm going to try to adjust my ship so that I'm basically facing at the planet for when I do get there. Yeah, roughly about there. The ship was extremely unresponsive earlier on. But yeah, we're still pointing in between those two stars, so this is good enough. Not that I want to do this way, it's just that it kind of has to be this way. There we go. Ship seems more responsive. I guess we'll just go forward. And the planet should just appear. That'll be creepy. Yeah, we're gonna try to correct. That's probably good enough. So as I understand it, I have about 1 SU to get through till I'm in a safe zone. I'm not quite sure. I'm really freaked out right now. And I'm just going to accelerate up here. Alright, basically we just have to make sure we don't get ganked. Which, you know, there's nothing I can do. Now basically I just need to close in and get into that safe zone. And here it is, the safe zone. Finally. Or maybe. Oh yeah. Good, there we go. Okay, now I just gotta get close enough to land. Slowing down, a lot of the speed here is going down. And we'll get there. Alright, there we go, that turned red for me. So basically I just, at this stage, want to slow myself down to get to the point where I can be fairly confident that I can slow down even quicker when I need to. Here I'm just sort of looking for a market to go to because I know I'm going to need some space fuel. And this is the closest one, so I'm going to make a bit of a turn here and get heading in that direction. I'm going to try to tail up a bit just so I can like have some braking thrust here. But yeah, I was already going pretty fast, but I just had to hit the brakes and slow myself down. But at this stage, I'm pretty well off, though I do decide to correct myself and just sort of go straight in so that my wings have the best chance of not like rolling me and me like losing all my ability. So this is, yeah, I always turn this on, hit the brakes, go fairly slow, and then basically as soon as the atmosphere can take my weight, then that's when that happens. And I didn't know that the atmosphere was this thick on this planet. It's huge. And so, yeah, I already started to get lift at this stage, and yeah, it was great. So, basically, at this point I just needed to turn over towards the marketplace. At this point I had lots of atmospheric fuel. I had made it, so it was just like me just gliding at this point. And yeah, I just took my time. I just let the ship coast for days. Well, usually for tons and tons of kilometers. Not really sure exactly how far it could glide, but I mean, it does not take very much to just put a little bit of fuel in and regain like a couple thousand meters and just keep the glide going. I was just checking territory claims to see what it would take to make them. Okay, so we are finally pretty close to landing. I can actually finally see the landing area. I really hope they have space fuel here. I don't know. I also need to buy a territory claim because I didn't bring one with me. I was just kind of irked when I left about the game, and so I didn't bring one. But I did bring a couple of other machines, but nothing major. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of annoying to restart yet again, but I definitely want to find a tile that I really like first. Oh, I also need a respawn point. That's going to be bad if I don't have one. I'm going to be very careful with this ship. Pretty good landing. Oh, guys, I am just like worn out from this flight. Oh man. Now let's take a quick look at these ships, because, you know, what's life forced these ships to be like out here? I don't really know. This one is obviously some kind of PvP Borg cube thing. Great shot. I think we'll probably go scanning some stuff. Adjusters right in the bottom corners and stuff. Makes sense. This is an interesting design. It's actually kind of cool. I like that. Makes actual sense. Ooh, hello. Wow, beautiful territory scanner. That's kind of what I wanted to do with mine. Ooh, 3 territory scanners. This is pretty much exactly what I want to do with mine, but this thing is much bigger than my ship, so yeah. And over here, Just a big flat block. Resistance is futile. What else do we have here? It's interesting. This design here seems to be pretty popular. These up here and whatnot. It's oh, come on. I want to see who's Jago ship Mark II. Alright, so this is a beast of a ship. I do like lots of its little features. A lot of friggin' engines, man. Lots of wings. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's too bad it's in the middle of the friggin' nighttime. You guys can't see anything. It's an interesting design. I mean, it's pretty logical. Medium brakes. Yeah, this is pretty good. Probably, wonder if it has a script on it for going underwater. It's one of the things that I need to get while I'm here. I'll probably do that before I go out into the ocean. Otherwise, my ship is just going to float on top, and that's not really great for scanning. So, but yeah, let's get some fuel. If you guys are liking this, hit that like button. It's going to help the channel grow. First off, I do require one of these, but there's nothing close enough. We'll have to go to Jago Market 3, so we'll probably set that as destination. I'll probably do that off camera between this and the next scene, because I've got stuff to do in real life. I'll probably be better off to switch to hover engines. I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, maybe, depending on what's close. Yeah, check that out. Here I can buy a few of these. If I bought 4 of them, that'd be basically the same amount or less that I'm paying for the space sort of hover engine fuel. So anyway, I'm going to figure this out, and I'll come back in a bit. Okay, and so this is after I had readjusted or rebuilt the lower part of my ship. I was able to put in those flat hover engines, and yeah, I was just gliding in the really thick, high upper atmosphere, and it was great. Man, Jago is just beautiful. It's just like a giant ocean archipelago wonder. So yeah, I was really enjoying this view for a long time. Basically, I just had to nose down at some point to get down from the 7-kilometer height that I was at, so I could get even close to the, I don't know, approximately 100-meter height of these markets and stuff. So it was, you know, quite the dive. That's how I usually fly this particular ship, though, just because of the way its wings are oriented. And then after some point, I kind of just level it out a bit. And here we go. This is pretty much the landing. Once again, it's just another quite soft landing. Just got to make sure I get that stupid little twisted arrow just right and aligned. But because of the 0.5 gravity, it's like pretty easy to land. It's just a matter of kind of just loping down. I don't know. It's pretty great. I actually really like it. Yeah, compared to Alioth, which is brutal. This is probably where I would bring all new recruits to, like, learn to fly. It's just so much gentler. And then bring them to, like, Alioth and let them suffer. But once if you can build a plane on Alioth, it'll fly anywhere. I think I need to go get a territory claim at this place and some more fuel. Oh, I also have to make a script so that I can do the underwater floaty-doo, which is coming up next. Hello, guys. So, I am deep under the ocean now. After, I don't know, roughly maybe 5 hours split over 2 days. I figured out, with the help of a lot of awesome people over on the DU forum, how I was going to do this. Maybe is this a hole that Hal made? Probably don't want to go down there. I probably do. Anyhow, welcome back. I guess first off we'll show this guy. Sometimes it gets a little laggy. I'm not entirely certain why, but that's fine. I guess we'll just try to deal with it. So I did a bunch of labeling on like these here for engine tags. I don't know, I put these ones as avert thrust. I don't know if I actually ended up using that, and these ones are both avert thrust and something else, but once again, I don't know that I did use both of these. Because most of the time I don't use these. It wasn't quite working. There seems to be a variable that is called deactivate ground engine altitude stabilization. And it took me a lot of looking around and asking how to make it work. I think it was Solomon who sent me this. But some of this helped. This is to turn off most engines. But it doesn't seem to always work with the hover engines, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I wouldn't necessarily, work on all of it. But this part was excellent. This part helped a lot. I really have to sit down and learn to figure out this particular formula. Like, it's obvious that, yeah, you have to fight against gravity, right? So if gravity is negative, you want to flip the acceleration, so you want that. Plus whatever vertical speed I suppose you're actually trying to, impart on the vehicle. So yeah, I gotta figure out this a little bit better, because my ship, as you'll see, is a bit bouncy. I'll probably try to release this on GitHub or GitLab or some sort of Git thing at some point, because I want to share it with my own little group of people, and it's nice to have more people around. So anyhow, the guts of it are, there's a bit of a, there's this kind of standard stuff here with the display. So I learned a fair bit of stuff from this guy, IC Plant. So if you are interested in learning Lua, check out this guy's channel. It's excellent. Subscribe. He's got some good stuff out. And I think he's part of Infinity Corp. They have very similar tutorials. But I haven't actually talked to him, so I don't know for sure. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. I'll probably leave that open so that I can put a link in the description for you. And I set up a bunch of different buttons to do different things. Basically, I just have buttons 2 and 3 to go. Button 3 decreases my altitude or depth, and button 3 increases it. And I decided to go by 5 because 1 was just a pain in the butt, especially when you're descending almost 500 meters. It's like, no. Nuh-uh. And at some point, yeah, I have an underwater toggle, basically, with the Alt 7, and I put my auto stabilization script in this guy. So the thing auto levels kind of like a submarine. Though once again, I got to get this acceleration stuff down. That way I'm better at it. Anyway, created a custom flush based off of IC Plant's sort of system. We started off with some of those guys there, and then I started to tweak it, and then I mixed some of this guy's code in, and this stuff was giving me problems. It wasn't quite working. And I'm sure it's excellent code, and I have to understand it a little bit better. But I just wanted to get under the water, because I wanted to make some content. Because I've been trying to make content for this game, and there are times when it's tricky. Yeah. Anyhow, basically, it's very stupid simple. This is just like, if it is above my target altitude, turn the engines off with the deactivate ground engine altitude stabilization. But it would obviously be better if I gave it the right amount of, the set engine and set it to the correct amount of like thrust to not thrust me up into the air and then whatever, you know. So I'll be working on this a little bit more. And then if they're on, they're on, right? And I guess this is the one that this should technically be like more modulated, right? Because this is the one that's a problem. Because you'll see that it bounces quite a bit. So, yeah. Apply. Hal has come over here, and I'll show you what he's done with his ship. He's been building ships, like upgrading them left, right, and center, because he's been mining like a madman, and he's got a ton of money. He bought like warp drives for us. So I have a warp drive in here that I have to actually attach to this ship, but I don't have any of the fuel or whatever for it, so it'll be a while before I'm warpable. But we'll figure it out. And yeah, let's just quickly show you this, and then I'll go over there and I'll read all the messages and stuff. So sorry, Hal, for not reading your messages in a timely manner. So I took out all the space fuel because it was causing those vertical boosters to just turn on. That's a pain in the butt. So yeah, that's a problem. Oh, I attached the territory scanner to the side, and I'll probably make a couple more. I came to this planet Jago a little bit for the calcium, to be honest. I need some copper as well, but you know, I can figure it out probably. But yeah, there's lots here, so it's just hard to get to because, you know, it's under 500 meters of water, and if you're going across on foot, then yeah, it's kind of a problem. But anyhow, so I just have to hit this. It boosts me up a little bit, but then see, I fly up into the air higher than my target altitude is, which is over on the top left, which is minus 480. But as you can see, I'm kind of, when I hit that, it bounces me back up, and that's a problem. So oftentimes I have to hold the brakes to dampen how much it kicks me up, and then I can hold a much closer altitude. So it's just a matter of me tweaking this up a little bit better. That's why I also kind of don't want to share it immediately, but you know, down the line, once I refine it, it's a little bit better. I guess the guy who did the hag board has also got sort of a submarine thing going on, but I don't know. I think I figured this one close-ish out. Also, if we, you know, tilt around, the ship will autocorrect to level, so that's fantastic. Yeah, and of course I can use Alt 3. Oh, probably I'm going to put the Alt F4 so that the brake is on just automatically now, because I have a lock brake. So it's a little bit nicer when I'm going up. So I hit F3, my target altitude goes up, I go up, etc., etc. You know, for however many meters and stuff I want to go up. I think if I take Alt F7 off, I think I just fly. Nope. No. Anyway, I do have a way to get back up to the surface. I'm just going to bring it back down a little bit. Oh, is that how? Probably a little bit on my terrain there. 60. I'll just keep lowering this down a smidgen. I found that this was a pretty decent altitude for the abyssal plane here. It's yeah, it's fine. It's good. I think he's under the ground. I don't see him. Yeah. So I've just started a quick little base here, and that's probably all I'm going to really do. But yeah, as you can see, you know, the ship just sort of hovers. I got to turn off the brake here. Yeah, Alioth is, or sorry, Jago. I love it. But yeah, that's just what I'm going to do there. Just have a tiny little, yeah, core, static core there. And I'm just going to build up on it until, you know, basically I'm just going to build a small little thing so I can build some territory claims. Who knows? Who knows what? There's a lot of minerals here, so it's great. And I'm just, just a thing, I'm just like enamored by the ocean. Like I came from the mountains and moved to the seaside, and I still want to do more stuff with the ocean in real life, but this is as close as I can get right now. Anyhow, so yeah, that's basically that. Let's go check out what Hal is doing. I might see if he wants to be on camera. Probably. He's pretty cool for that kind of stuff. That direction. So yeah, there's also surface mining, and these are just holes that... Oh my god, that is like a straight drop. Whew, man, people, they're like super deep holes. Tell ya. Okay, looks like we got Hal. He's going to be coming any moment now. I'm going to try to find where the heck he is. Yeah, he's asking if he wants me to mine a bit, and I'm cool with that. Yeah, basically what I've been doing is I struck out from this guy here. I just started scanning. So, yeah, the planet is freaking huge. It is, let's see, 2% occupied. But, of course, you know, the way that this works is that people are scanning and acquiring minerals without claiming tiles. So some of them have less than what I would hope. But, you know, it's good, not bad. I think I hear a Hal.
Maybe.
Hal? How's it going?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm just about to show them your ship, if that's cool.
Go for it. It should be unlocked.
I'm not going to go over a lot of the details, because I think the video might be a little bit long if I continue on recording too much.
No worries. I'm just down here mining the hell out of this lithium.
Ah, lithium! I think... Did you start with a tiny little hole by our border?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I think this must be how to get in down to where you are. So I'll join you in a couple minutes.
Okay, I'll be here buried in lithium.
Perfect. Thanks
so
much, man.
Pilot.
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, what did we need it for anyway? It was glass or something for.
You use it for a lot of the tier 4 stuff, because you'll use the glass. It's in the I want to say advanced glass, but I think it's actually gold lithium.
Yeah.
And then you use it in some of the advanced electronics and stuff as well.
Okay. Ooh.
Mostly the end game content.
Yeah.
And it
awesome.
sells for almost 200 quantus a unit.
Nice. So Hal's been, like I said, mining up a storm, and he has acquired, through brute force of mining, a anti-grav generator. And you built the warp drive yourself, yeah. But
yeah,
you bought the other one.
I built the first one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, tiny radar there, 4 large containers, lots of vertical thrust there, plus, like, you know, normal boosters and such. Silver made this ginormous space engine, so thanks to that. Now, how did that... I don't know how to get into your ship, Hal. Do I gotta turn on the laser thingy? Yes.
Yeah, there's a ramp on the at the top of the door.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hal's got some programming stuff in here. I'm not going to be able to talk too much about it because I have, you know, there's not a whole lot for me to say about it, but the rooms for us, some enormous pulsars. Then this goes up to the territory scanner that he's got on here. And I guess the anti-grav, so it's almost like an engineering area. The warp drive. And then he's got a really awesome bridge area started, where he's got this like ultimate command chair going on. Pretty sweet.
I got tired of flying in the dark.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, so I like the view from here. It's you know, big enough that you can see a lot, but not so big that you don't lose your bearings, I think, of like which direction you're facing and like if you're facing up or down or whatnot. But I don't know. I haven't flown it, so I don't actually know.
It's got some fuel in it. Feel free if you want to take it for a little bit of a spin. Just be aware that if you jump into underwater, you're going to launch about 2.5 kilometers straight up.
I'll wait.
I've got a little bit of overpowered on the vertical thrust on that thing.
Yeah, and then until I figure out how to get my script in here, which is just me copying and pasting, but testing it and stuff is a little less sketch if it's done by the shore rather than, half a kilometer down. Okay, anyhow, that's Hal's awesome new ship. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of it or, parts, and I think he's got a lot more voxel work he wants to do, so yeah. Now let's go see this treasure we found. Come on, you.
Oh, you're heading down? So let me go plug that mine so you can't find me. It's my lithium. My lithium.
Some of it's your lithium, some of it's my lithium, I hope. Okay, I'm finding a thing that, well, you said it was really deep down, didn't you?
If you go from where you were at when you came back and go almost straight down from there. So basically just go down the mine shaft and around, I want to say like 700 meters or so. I mean, I can find you probably.
That's okay. I think I know. There was a couple of branches and I was like, is it going to be here? I thought you said it was pretty deep, so... Yeah, so 700.
Yeah, there'll be a branch that goes to the east, or somewhere around 700, 750, something like that.
Yep.
And then just follow that around and you should eventually find me.
Cool. I think it must be down this way. And then down this tunnel, and I see a indicator you're here. I've never seen wild petalite before either, so curious to see what it looks like.
Well, there is a giant sheer wall of it between your territory and my territory, from where I've mined it out. I mean, I was going like pixels at a time to try and maximize how much of it I was pulling out of here.
Oh, cool. It's very, very pink, and yeah. I mean, this is pretty much what I imagined it as.
So look to the north. That's the territory boundary between your territory and mine.
Wow.
Keep going.
I probably haven't said it. Yeah. So just up there is the bounds.
Yeah. Look up.
Oh, you haven't even mined up there yet. Holy cow.
And I have pulled 30k out of the ground so far. I've probably got another, depending on how much deeper this goes, I'll probably have another 5 or 6k over here, plus whatever's up on top of the wall that I haven't even gone up to take a look at yet.
Yeah, and this isn't even the only... Like, there's definitely going to be more petalite here. Because if you pulled out 30k, that means there's still about 60 on this particular one.
It might all be here. This might be just a single supernode.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's still going.
Well, that's good. We won't need lithium for a while.
I don't think we'll need lithium ever again.
Well, it's good. It's so much better than being on Thades Moon 2, where like I just could not get the stuff. I scanned so many tiles, probably twice as many tiles, and I didn't even get a little bit. Here I've discovered, a few nodes of it here and there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, the people who did the land rush out at the beginning definitely had an advantage when they got out here, because like I went through some of your mines and turned out that some of your stuff is connected to some of mine.
Oh yeah.
And I'm finding craters down there. Like I actually have found remnants of stuff. So I think it was like 200 coals left or something like that in an area that was probably about half the size of this lithium vein.
Jeesh.
So the people who were out here early definitely got a jump start on their resource gathering.
Yeah, those are probably all people from like the alpha, right? Because they would know how to get out here.
I don't know. 'Cause I know that when they did the early access week, as early as first like 48 hours of the game being open, there were people who were doing the multi-hour Dead Man's Drift out here. Like,
oh yeah,
they were frontiers within the first 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah.
Because one guy was like, yeah, I'm going to sit here and sing the entire trip out for 6 hours.
Yeah, yeah. That's the first part of this video, is me going through space. Some of it, just clips here and there. Me worrying my, self sick about like running out of fuel and maybe getting into a PvP fight.
Yeah. Well, now that you have the warp drive, one word of warning: if you come in from Sanctuary out here, there are 7 or 8 stations that I passed, and they're pretty much directly in the path of travel. So if you're not careful and you come in at a slightly off angle, you may be eating a space station.
Wonderful. Well then, is it possible to warp, you think, if we put a warp beacon to the far side of the planet? Or like, how does that work, or do you actually like smash into the planet if you do that?
No, so warp beacons...
So it's like hyperspace.
So planets operate as a basic warp beacon. What the warp beacons do is they give you a target for the warp drive to go to. The warp drive technically goes in a straight line, but my understanding is that if a planet gets between you and your target, it will drop you out of warp. So basically, you'd hit the upper atmosphere.
Okay. Which may not be good.
Yeah. So one of the benefits to it is that if you do a space station in deep space, you would actually be able to have a warp beacon on it. And so you could use that to get around areas that you normally might not go through or want to deal with.
Right.
So, effectively skipping the major PvP areas and such.
Yeah. Okay. Warp.
How much more of this stuff is there?
Beacon. Beacon extra large. Can I just get a large one? Do I need an extra large? Why is there only one size? If there's only one size, why even tell me that there's...
Yeah, and then for the warp beacon, I think you need to have a medium space, the medium core, space core. Because I think it's the 64 meter. I don't remember if it's 128. It should tell you in the description of what size core you need.
To make construction of the warp destination, warp beacons usable on a 128 meter core unit L.
So
large.
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be an expensive thing. I mean, these are tier 5 materials. Well, that's okay, I guess. We'll figure that out. Won't be too bad, I guess. I think you're a little more fatigued from mining than me, because I was mining a bit, but you mined enough to like buy warp drives and stuff. So
yeah, I spent basically the part of the last weekend and most of the first part of this week up to Wednesday night just mining and selling resources in order to get the anti-grav. Because with the anti-grav, it's not just the engine. You have to get the 6 pulsars as well.
Right.
And
that has to be on a medium core, right?
What's that?
That has to be on a medium core?
Yes, that has to be on a medium core. So the way to know the sizing, basically whatever the size of the warp core is, you go down one size for the dynamic core to mount it on.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well.
Or up one size, rather. Sorry, because it's small, medium, or yeah, small, medium, large, and extra large.
Yeah. So I'll have to get a slightly larger core, but that's fine.
Yeah, you were going to build a heavy hauler anyway, right?
Yeah, I was hoping to at some point. Right now I just want to do a bunch of scanning, and so for the next probably day or two I'll do that. As well as building machines. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said earlier, once either you or Silver has their heavy hauler built, you guys can have the anti-gravity. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything that I need that with. It really only benefits very heavy haulers. Like if you're not running at least 4 to 6 large cargo containers,
right?
Or you're hauling ridiculously dense material, like the high tier, like tier 4, tier 5 pures.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I will have to start planning that out. I mean, considering how long it took me to figure out how to make this last vehicle. Well, mind you, I've learned a lot, so I'm sure I can probably throw something together a lot faster now.
Well, and I like your current ship.
Yeah, I actually like it a lot too. And it's too bad you can't just upgrade the core size.
Oh, I know, and that'd be nice.
Yeah, because like... Okay, come on, you. Just... There. Yeah, because it would be nice to just... Yeah. I kind of, like, with the previous one, I just wanted, like, a little bit bigger. Like the one I brought to Thades. But then, you know, I couldn't upgrade it. So I needed to disassemble it, and I built something as similar as I could to it. But, of course, it was not quite the same. And then I had to, like, upgrade it so it did what I wanted to do, and... Yeah.
Oh, are you still down here with me around the lithium?
No, I went upstairs to... I bookmarked your location, and I was going to... Oh god, don't go down there. There's like a super big hole here. I'm like freaked out about it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna block it up actually, because I don't want to fall down a hole and have to like get teleported out again. I hate that. Yeah, so which angle is Hal at? There. I think what I'll do, just kind of go from kind of the center here, and I'll just sort of aim down towards it, and maybe I'll build a hatch or something in here, and we'll kind of go like that. Yeah. Make this a little bit bigger. Start heading down. Not too much at a time. I might actually save some of this material too, so I can block up some holes and such. But yeah, guys, I think this episode will probably be pretty long, so I think what I'll probably do is probably end it pretty quick. Hal, do you have any last minute things to say, or do you want to say something when I get down there?
If anybody's watching that is planning on heading out to Jago, don't do it.
Not just because we want to keep all the riches up for ourselves. You've got a different reason.
Yeah, no, it's if you come out with warp drive, right now in the game, the warp cells are on the market for somewhere between 9,500 and 10,000 a cell. getting here from Sanctuary for my ship, just under 900 tons, took me, I want to say, 109 cells to get out here. To get back from here is going to take me, the least expensive is like 130 to get out of here. To go where I want to go is going to take almost 300.
Right.
Because the cost of the trip is your mass times the distance times, or no, it's like the mass of the ship divided by the distance times 0.00025 or something like that.
Okay.
And that'll give you the cost in cells.
So it'll be a bit of money.
Yeah.
Or time making the cells. This is a very deep tunnel.
I think I found one of the ends to the vein.
Hey!
Yeah, I think all of the lithium in my tile is in this one vein.
That's awesome. This just makes it a lot easier. Even if it's just, you know, most of it. From what I would guess, based on if other people are mining lithium here, it seems to be that there might be one or two smaller nodes totaling around 5,000. If I had to guess. Because I've been scanning a lot of tiles that are approximately that size as leftovers. So, yeah. But that's just a guess.
From what I'm seeing, I would tend to agree with that estimate. So.
Yeah. But, you know, I haven't really come across... I'm not really an expert. If you guys out there do know more about mining these higher tier materials, let us know in the comments. You know, great to get to know everyone and find out more about the game. I mean, we're kind of... I came in the beta, so there's a lot of stuff I'm still learning. It just takes me time to get out and do it. So much time. So much time. I cannot emphasize that's enough. Join an organization. That's sort of my thing. I don't care like if you like them or not. Just join one. Let them show you the ropes and get you going, and hopefully you pick a good one and then figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
It'll save you a lot of time and figuring.
Well, and a lot of the bigger orgs, what they do is that as part of their recruitment is they actually have you go out and do, you know, like the basically the schlep work. You'll you'll move in cargo, you'll be doing mining and things like that, and they do it on purpose because they want you to learn what it is you like and don't like about the game. And then that way, once you're out of your training period, you can say, this is what I want to do.
Right.
But part of the reason why they have you do the mining and transport is because they will actually provide you with a good portion of your ship. They'll help you build it. They provide the parts that you can't make that are really expensive. You know, and so you're basically working off the help.
Yeah. So. But it'll benefit you a lot, I think. You know.
Yeah, it definitely will.
You'll learn a lot. Yeah, I'm 27 meters away. I guess I'll just finish getting to the petalite here, and then I will... There it is! Hello, petalite.
My petalite.
Oh, actually, that is yours.
Get out of my petalite.
Mine must be over here.
Yours is the vertical wall. Shoo.
I'm so close.
Good.
So, yeah.
If you turn around, you can see me down in the pit. The vein just keeps going. I think I found the end of it.
You need to make a hole so I can, like, off to the side. So I can, like, see you or something. Or not, I mean, whatever. You can just keep me out of your territory if you want. I don't care. I've got a base
dude,
up
I
there.
can target you. That's awesome.
You can target me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever tried to target someone before.
Interesting.
Set as destination. That set as destination?
No, it allows me to keep you in on my heads up.
Okay.
Even when I'm not looking at you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it basically sets you as the active target.
Oh, is that through contacts?
No, just look at me if you see where I'm at, and then when you put the cursor over me, left click, and my name will turn gold.
Okay, I think I did it through the contacts just now, so
Ah.
left click and deselected you. That's cool. Oh yeah, and it okay, cool. So as soon as it's a quick little left click and it does it.
Yeah.
Cool. The more you know. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be doing now for a bit, guys. This and scanning and fixing my script, and yeah, we'll see how that all goes. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, that's Hal's stuff again. Hogging all the freaking petalite there is. Come on, Hal, share. Share.
I did share. I left your stuff alone.
I think I have a fair bit actually on this tile still. I think I have, yeah, like 51 kilotons. So, it's a lot. Enough.
Well, now you only got about 20, so.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I don't really care. We, as a group, have a lot, so that's fine with me. You bought me a warp drive, so I can't really complain, right?
I seem to be the king of the lithium right now.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Much of this stuff. That wall is just insane.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to get to the top of it. Anyways, guys, if you found that you liked this video or found anything interesting in it, hit that like button. And maybe share with some friends if you think they would find it interesting or whatever. You can always pop on mine or Hal's Discord and talk Dual Universe with us, or me, 7 Days Die, Hal, Space Engineers. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So, you should probably also check out Hal's channel, because yeah, he's got lots of other awesome Space Engineers stuff as well, so a little more spacey if that's what you're into.
Yeah, a little bit of stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god, it still goes over there. Never ending. Alright guys, anyways, I will see you in another video. Bye bye!
Bye.